Okay, this is the isolation chapter. We are just on our way to Jericho, and for my playthrough, I chose the heroes first, so I might have some stuff. If you chose Jericho first, you might not have some stuff that I have. But anyway, check the timestamp for descriptions, because we're going to be stopping to do everything that I know about. Orbs, cursed chests. We're going to note elite sites and stuff like that. So if you're looking for something specific in the early parts, check the timestamps. Check the description for timestamps. Looks like here's our first orb right here.
Budge.
A tangle of rope work blocks it up.
So we have to shoot 3 of them. That's the first one. The other 2 are going to get gotten a little higher up.
Wasn't I always?
Antea.
Not a pleasant way to die.
That's a pleasant way to die, is it?
Here's the second orb. It's not where I'm supposed to. Remember. Go up one more. Oh, no, here's the second one for this one. I knew there was one on this level.
Almost there. This is where we came from. Alright, hang on one second. There's so many jumps in here, I'm getting them confused. Okay, so we just shot the second one right here. Now we're going to drop down, come back over to the dead body. Jump up to the top level. Now we can shoot.
The lift should be freed now.
That was the hanging guy that we shot down. Okay, so that should be everything that I'm personally aware of. If there's anything that I missed, please let me know.
These beams look fragile. Will they hold?
Would you rather climb?
If it were up to me, I wouldn't be here to begin with.
Okay, this is a lost chest. Or Savage River Wristband. Punch attack is increased by 50%, but the spirit points cost of punch attack is increased by 50%.
Snow. Have we climbed higher or has the weather gotten colder?
The nightmare is at work. She's likely using the weather in New Eden to further isolate its people.
And once the curse is lifted, the snow will disappear.
I think so.
Mount Pleasant. Okay, so this is the building we need to get to. But we have to go around. Of course. But when we do get it, we can put a shortcut there. And collect all of the wintergreen. A lot of the items that I chose to wear in my gear need wintergreen or upgrades. So.
Get lost, won't you?
Oh god, I didn't even see that. Rude. Damn. Wow, guns do nothing to you guys. Alright. Now, we are gonna go and do this entire area first. This is an elite, and then we're gonna go up here, and then we're gonna take the gondola down. You have to follow the wind.
Did you hear that?
Yes. Nearby.
I knew I was going. You can always find these because you can see the concentric circles radiating out of the source. So if you ever have trouble finding where these are, just like try to focus on the center. Hear the orb. And for this one, in case you got turned around, we're up here. And there'll be a link in the description to a post with maps that show where all these orbs are that I've found anyway. The ones that I've found.
Here now.
Move, Red.
Pulling again. Bending the rules, are we?
Call on me.
Scourge Secretion and
Wasn't your
Essential
first.
Liquor Decoction, actually.
Be your last.
Aye.
Let me try again.
Thank you.
Oh, here it is. Hitting an enemy with a third punch attack restores 6 spirit points. So if you have like an Antea build, that's a good one for her. Alright, now I am not going to fight them, but we are going to activate it so it shows up on the map.
See these body parts? Good place to manifest what may linger nearby.
More leap damage. so now, once you've activated it, now it shows up on the map. It's sort of easier to keep track of. So that's an elite.
Did you feel that?
It's close.
Okay, here's our next orb. We're in the gondola building. Gondola. Alright, let's put a shortcut down. Just in case you ever come from Broken Bridge before. Again. I'm surprised there's not a fast travel spot like at this end. Oh, come on, the reticle was red.
You're not a bad fellow to have around, you know.
Did you dose, did you?
Don't get cocky. There's always more to learn. Key thing about a scourge?
A scourge is made of many spectres merged.
Not always. A harvester, for example, is a scourge born of a single spectre. A scourge will always seek a new physical body, often made of different materials. Very poor. Perhaps you'd prefer an easier question? On the nature of a ghost, perhaps?
Ghosts of unfinished business. And apparently that includes asking questions.
You may not know much, but you have the cheek. I'll give you that. I hope it's enough.
Okay, let's go find the first shelter in Mount Pleasant. There's also a haunting that you can get here that I am going to deliberately ignore because I want to put it together with the rest of that specific haunting. So I'm actually going to ignore her. But you'll see where to start the Air and No Love Lost haunting. There's the Explorer figurine. There is a cursed chest over that way that we're going to get.
Do you hear that?
I
Over
do,
here.
and I'm going to ignore the poor woman.
Oh, buddy.
Did you see that?
Let's follow it.
I'm not following it. Not following it.
Did we miss a few? Look for somewhere to crop. Up there.
I'm ignoring her. Okay. Is it the Frozen Vales
Oh,
shelter?
with a damp and itchy straw bed.
Let's have another
Just how I
orb.
like it.
And I just noticed this. I'm betting that's a void exit. 'Cause I've kind of been around this area and I haven't seen that. Alright, make sure and activate it so you can come back here later if you want to. This is the closest fast travel to the void entrance, which is to the west. Alright, so I'm going to take a second, now that I have some wintergreen, and I gotta take a look at something. Okay, we're back. Okay, we're gonna head back into the gondola building for a second. Because I need to grab... Did I grab it? There it is. An old Sickmouth. I knew I missed something. So this is a collectible. It's written by Deborah. Okay, I think we're good here. So I'm gonna head west. We're not going north just yet. We're gonna head left here. We have an altar over here, a void entrance over here, a cursed chest over here. There's like a lot going on over here.
Almost there.
Okay, so this altar is found right here. It is southwest of the gondola arrival area. Sorry, hear me pouring my tea. Okay. Nothing. So now the cursed chest, I believe, is through there. Here's another one of the figurines. The third one is in here. So here's one of the void entrances for Mount Pleasant. You're not going to perform it, but I'm just going to show the level 1 anyway. It's more damage when Antea has those spirit points. But here's one of the ones in Mount Pleasant, and there are... I don't think it'll show up, actually, because they only seem to show up when they're completed. So it will be one of these current unknowns. Once you complete it, then it'll show up.
Ghost wards cannot manifest.
I was busy looking at my notes, but I thought
destroy those ghost wards if you want me back. I'm with you once more. I know.
Okay, here's the third explorer. Now we're gonna go get the chest. The cursed chest. If you want to continue on from here, there is a jump for Antea. And actually, you know what, let's do this right now. We are not going to jump down because you can't... I don't think you can get back up. We'd have to go back around. But there's an orb. Can I see it from here, or do I have to drop down? Where are you? You can hear it. It's in the tree. If we can't see it from this side, we'll come around when we go north. Because I do not want to jump down because we're not done up here. But it's in this general area right here. There'll be a timestamp for it. We'll just get it from the other side. We want to go over here. That's what we want to do. Cursed chest. So we have the 3. One. I don't have the skill where, like, leap on 100% health is like 150% damage. It's a really nice one, especially if you want like an anti build.
Did we miss a few?
Did I miss it? Oh, I did miss it. Okay.
Almost there.
His arm flash for him. I can see his arm flash for it, his wristband thing, but it doesn't seem to matter. Every time I switch to her, she just stands there. It's like she never does anything. If anyone knows how to do the perfect switches, please let me know, because I've tried. I don't know how to do them. I hit triangle every time his wrist flashed because I have it on for after like second light attack and third heavy attack, whatever they are, and I see the wristband flash. Every time I hit triangle, it just switches to her, and she just stands there. So I don't know how to do them. Okay, Ursa Major. It is a wristband. Hitting a weak spot with a rifle grants 15 banish points. Okay, back on the path. Also, I haven't solved it yet, but I just noticed what this looks like. And later on in this chapter, we're going to be fulfilling the Bridge Sentries cache, and we're going to get another cache, and it's got a picture of something that looks exactly like that. So I don't know if that, because I literally just saw it from like a certain angle, like 5 minutes ago. So I don't know if that's it or not, but I'll leave a note in the description if it is, if it turns out to be. Okay, we are going to go left. And this is where, if the void jump, if you do a jump here, this is where it comes out. And the orb is right there. That's why it was like, you can't see it from up there. Really? Seriously? Come on now. So if you drop down from here, go left. Let's check it on the map. Oh, good, that's clear. Okay, back this way. Okay, Frozen Canyon. This is where the
A peaceful
graveyards
place
are.
in
There's all
different
sorts of
times.
graveyards here. There's a lot of
Before the
graveyards.
nightmare's influence.
Here
you
is
mean?
our next orb.
Let's reach the fort and a fire and warm you up.
There is an elite nest, endless elite nest over here on the left. We're not going to fight it, but I'm going to activate it. Just so it's on my map. Found endless cluster. Reddish amber.
These remains call for a ritual and a lot of caution.
Okay, so this is endless, so it's got an intensity level, and these will change. But... so that's on my map now. We're going to get another altar.
Oh.
Fight for freedom.
Wasn't I always?
I like to. So much loot. That's Fort Jericho in the distance. So we're almost there, but that's not where the video is going to end because they're going to send us to an outpost. And then when we come back, that's where. So it's kind of a long chapter. Not quite as long as Witchfinders, though. Witchfinders was long.
Something's here.
Hidden.
Okay, next orb is here. I'm going to cross the bridge and turn around. Now, we're going to kill some specters.
Trouble ahead. Spectres are attacking the fort.
Seek no ground! Hold fire! That fellow's not dead!
Ready and waiting.
Shepherd, I said hold your fire!
Let's get back up.
Why do I get the feeling that we're sick ducks? Got this on for size. Wrong again, huh?
Yeah, I thought I was switched over. Oh, she's out of points.
Watch out!
She's out of points. I have all the skills, just like add points for everyone you kill. And it does help out a lot. It really does.
None out.
But sometimes
Not living nor
I
dead.
use her too much.
Name's Red McCraith. I'm obviously a banisher. Open the door there. I've business within.
Your business is, if you'll excuse my articulating the evident, not my business. I have my orders. You can't come in.
I hear you, friend. What's your name?
The name's Andrew White. And you seem a pleasant fellow. I like a Scot, me, but standing here, I'm on duty. And when I'm on duty, I'm not your friend. Listen, mate. Folk in here have problems enough, and I can't be disobeying orders. Either priests or Pennington would have my guts, and I fancy neither.
Who is this priest? May I speak with him?
Him is a her. Helen Priest ain't here. She's on an excursion to the outpost, searching for supplies. Now, you want to lend a hand? Mrs. Priest and her party are overdue. You can't miss the outpost. It looks out across the valley. If you could find her, and make sure she doesn't die, you'd surely gain her favor. And favor, as they say, opens doors.
Get in a fight and find your boss and dig her out of whatever hole she's in. All right. I can do that.
They have Spectre troubles. Let's first clear the nearby nest to relieve the fort, then deal with the missing.
Right. I'll likely be back.
Find our friends, Banisher. Or put them to rest.
I'll try. As soon as I take care of the Spectre's nest, I'll go looking for the outpost.
Okay, we're gonna go to the right.
Death knocks at their gates. No wonder they won't open.
They don't have a choice. Another attack may overrun them.
The nest might... More coming.
Come and get your breakfast, boys.
Run, Red!
That was embarrassing, right?
We're ending Spectres. The folk will run out of powder.
These pests don't spring from nowhere.
Oh, and speaking of which, there's on this side. There it is. I knew there was an orb on the water. Okay, here's the next orb on our list. Where's that thing I shot down? Oh, here it is.
Get back up!
That's it. That's the place. Fill in the hole. Bury them all.
Leave some looting with you first, and then we'll fill in the hole. And then our first cursed... There's a Navigator curse chest that I have not found yet, but one of the figurines is in here. I have... Down in the description is a link to a Google workbook there is a sheet in there that tracks all the cursed chests that I found. So the Navigator's in there. I just haven't found the chest yet. But when I do, that'll be updated. Thought it was here. Oh, I'm remembering the wrong blue, maybe. Alright, that's okay. We'll find the Navigator, because I have it here. In fact, it's east around the fort. There we go. So come up here and knock that down.
I should buy the fort a little time.
Let's hope it's not too late for the famous Mrs. Priest.
Stuck.
Looks like you're walking.
Looks like.
Okay, so we can't take the lift. Even though they totally implied we could. We all knew we could. Now we're going to take the path to the outpost, which is that right there. But first we need this, which is what I thought was in the cave, but I was mistaken. Now this is the only thing that I've found regarding the Navigator so far, and I'm not too far ahead in my other playthrough. So I'm assuming I'll find it around somewhere. When I do the Google workbook, will have it.
I wonder how many there are in the fort.
Fewer by the day, I'll wager. Still, better to be inside than out.
There's our next orb. Oh wait, missed one. There, missed that one. Okay, so there's a squeeze through to the outpost, which we just did, and I just came back because I neglected to hit that one. I thought the one that said by the bridge was... What's this next one? I got it wrong. Okay, it's just minor looting this way. What we want to do after I do this is we're going to go around to the left, which is going to take us to a makeshift sort of camp area. And that'll have, I believe, a lost chest in it, but we'll see.
What is lurking here?
Time to work.
Ah, they brought more friends.
There we go. Now we can take care of Blue.
The mountain is awash with specters.
Did the foraging party really come this way?
That would explain why they haven't returned.
Okay, here's a lost chest. We should get the Fervent Devotion Bane ring. Damage taken by Antea is reduced by 30%, but damage taken by Red is increased by 15%. Out of bounds, no hunting.
Something's concealed.
Check something. Okay. For a hot second, I thought I went not the wrong way necessarily, but not the right way, correct, and in the right order. I don't know. We're fine.
I feel a draft.
From the invisible.
But this is just leading. This doesn't lead to the outpost. So we're on the opposite side of the river. The cave we were in was over there. Well, we went the long way around. I guess I didn't follow it all the way down last time. Alright, back up the side. Then we gotta go up the north end. Because now I know it's there. I'm still missing orbs in this area, I think. But... So keep an eye out.
I love doing that. Hanging out in their home.
Is it just me or?
I felt it too.
I feel a draft.
From the invisible.
Ghost on the path. Okay, we're gonna ignore these buildings for now.
This one's not been dead long.
Let's hope he stays that way.
That's more of it.
Again, huh?
I hate it when he does that. I hate it when this blue guy does that. It's so frustrating. He does that little yell thing, and all of a sudden everybody just can't move.
You're done.
Get the heck!
Hurry! She's being overrun! Come on!
Off we go then.
We'll be there in a second, priest. We have some looting to do. He'll be alright, though. She will be. always feel like an asshole looting when people are like in danger, but I'll come back here. I got to go all the way back around. See?
This
Get
isn't...
lost there. It's fine.
My bolt is shot!
Behind you!
I do like priests though, at least so far. That could change. I'm not too far in this. You see your shoulders drop.
They brought more friends.
Watch out! We made it angry.
Are you sure you're not hurt?
I'm fine. Stop fussing.
Aye, still impressive.
A timely arrival. You'll be Haskell's Banishers. Thank you. Thank you both.
You can see me.
Clear as day, just as I can see. This is my husband. I am Helen Priest.
Antea Duarte. This is my partner, Red McGrath.
'Tis rare that the living can see the lingering dead.
All I know is one day I woke after 7 long years of grief, and my Sebastian was back. It was as if my prayers had at last been answered. That was enough for me.
In times of danger, I am duty-bound to protect the woman I love. You understand?
7 years. Why come back now?
It did not feel like 7 years. Suddenly, I felt her pain calling to me.
Divine intervention or otherwise, all that matters is that my dear Sebastian is back. Now, when I need him most.
Andrew White sent us. He thought you might be in trouble. Plainly, you needed your guardian angel.
We needed more than one. Thanks to you, we'll resupply the camp. Matthews and Williams did not die in vain.
This was a risky expedition. But Helen had no choice. If the survivors were to rely on Pennington alone, the fort would have already fallen.
I suspect that's so. Sometimes difficult choices must be made. That's courage.
All the courage in the world will be worthless if those in command won't match it.
Pennington did this while monsters relentless besieged the fort. But make no mistake, these men's deaths are on the captain's conscience. If he has one.
How so?
7 years ago, a plague came to New Eden. Pennington quarantined the sick in the mines, walled them up. They were dark times. Hard times. None knew what the morrow would bring. We all lost much. Too much. As second in command, Sebastian volunteered to stay. Walled in with the others, he held out the longest. He died a hero. And now the Forsaken are rising. They demand revenge.
Who would blame them? I watched them die. Soldiers and miners, sick and hungry, begging for help they knew would never come.
Captain Pennington has much blood on his hands.
I'm sorry. You've been through a lot.
We have. We are, and will persist till we prevail.
We should get back to the fort. We will escort you.
Okay, so we have a hint obtained for the leadership haunting that the overall quest chapter is for. Specters in the mine bear a grudge. Okay, minor looting, and then we'll go head out to...
I'm afraid I locked us in when I broke the latch.
If there's a way out, we'll find it. I love doing that.
So do I.
Impressive. You Banishers are quite something.
That's all her. I'm just...
A Banisher marched with my father's infantry. Good for morale, he said.
Soldiers usually carry their ghosts with them. War is good for our business.
I take it that's how you met. I know a soldier when I see him fight.
I never worked for the army, but something like that.
Okay, so now if you have the Bridge Sentry cache map from
Could
the
this be
cursed
what's drawn on the map?
from the cursed chest in Mire Marshes.
You should stay with Helen if you want to enter the fort.
We'll come back for you, my friend.
My sympathy.
No,
Come
no,
on,
no.
Red.
I should have
You'll
looted
explore the
before I went
mountains
into the
later.
mine. Okay, the Bridge Sentry stuff will be at the end. I'll come back. Okay, I'm gonna make a note. Make a note that you just have to let her be and loot up here, or you have to come back because they won't let you loot now.
Be careful.
Which
You're
I think is
losing her.
unfortunate. I don't think that's very fair at all. But at least the gondola will be running and we can just take this back up.
All of this for 2 miserable powder boxes. How low has Pennington brought us?
If you didn't like him, why did you follow him?
I followed his reputation, but he's no longer the same man.
What would you do in his place?
I'm doing it. He sits behind his walls waiting for them to fall, and I'm out here fighting to live. We're fighting for our lives. The captain is in the way.
These internal conflicts are a risk for the stability of the fort.
A necessary risk for the survival of all. But I agree. This must end. You may leave the crates. I'll send someone back for them.
Yeah, the path should be quiet. We cleared the area of the Spectre's nest.
Well, that's a relief. Follow me. White! Open the gates!
Priest! What are you lot waiting for? Open the gates!
Go talk to Pennington. Make him understand, if you can.
Where can I find him?
He hides in his office. You'll find him there.
Fort Jericho. Alright, that's our shelter,
others?
but it's locked
Williamson,
until Pennington
the
gives
other
us
chap.
the key.
God have mercy on their souls.
Captain Pennington.
No time, no way out. No hope, no way in. No time at all.
Captain Pennington, sir.
Mr. McWraith, you live.
There's work to be done.
Work? You had work. A mission. To bring one last glimmer of hope. To gladden our hearts before the pit takes us all.
You secretive bastards haven't helped.
The job is done. There's no more hope and little enough time. All that remains is the pit. Welcome to the last stand, McGrath. Welcome to the end.
I wouldn't surrender just yet, Captain. I found Helen Priest. We brought supplies.
A waste of effort on both accounts.
Hardly. We saved a life. Resupplied, you may save more.
For the sake of what? For the sake of days, a week perhaps? You've saved no one. You've prolonged the terror. The dead will come. Our throats will feel their bony fingers soon enough. The end is inevitable.
It is if you will not act. You're the officer, take command. Surely you can't intend to do nothing.
You sound like Priest. She has changed. Her return to Fort Jericho has made her impulsive, irrational, quarrelsome. I believe she did not fully grieve her husband's loss. Returning to the scene has, it seems, reopened the wound. It festers. She'll join the lieutenant soon enough. When our defences crumble at the last, the pit shall take us all.
How do things stand, Captain, as you see them?
Little has changed. The dead flood from the mines. We shoot them down and gain respite. Soon, the onslaught begins anew. The clock of our extinction ticks on towards the hour. We may no more defeat the dead than we may vanquish the ocean waves.
You must at least try.
We lack much, yet we are still alive. How is that, do you think? We hold to the last. We resist, till retribution rises from the pit and drags us all to hell.
Well, that's something worth waiting for.
I fail to see the appeal of this slow agony.
How unfortunate. Because thanks to you, and the time you bought us, the agony will be all the slower.
Permission to take my leave, Captain.
And if I refuse it?
Are you trying to recruit me, Captain? Do you really think I'd take the King's shilling?
If I were to offer enough shillings, I'm sure of it. I need no new lieutenants. But if you wish, you may stay. This key unlocks the unused watchtower. You'll bill it while you're here.
Got another hint for Helen.
On the one hand, a captain beaten by the world. On the other, his rival, haunted and mutinous.
In a fort besieged by vengeful spectres.
Behind all the shit, there's something else. Something darker.
Okay, give me 1 second, and then we're gonna go looting up there again where it wouldn't allow me to after getting priests, so.
Could this be what's drawn on the map?
Okay, so we have finally made our way back. I am going to stop and say right now, when you first come up here to get Reese, just ignore her in the mine because they have shut the gondola down. So I actually had to run the entire way back up here. So you're going to want to do the looting up here before you save her.
The treasure is here somewhere.
Alright, so this is the treasure for the bridge Sentry map. It's one of the ones you get in the cursed chest in Mire Marshes. And it's going to give us one of the figurines we need for the cursed chest in particular. And in here, we're going to get another cache map. Cliff Sentry cache. And Void Splinter too, so yay. So I have not yet figured out where this is. I'm still new to Mount Pleasant, but I have a couple of ideas, but I don't really know for sure. I was wondering actually if it was the gondola building, the first one that we arrived in. But I don't know, because I don't like remember this. But this is like lower level. But anyway. So we got that. I think there's just like some minor. There's another chest in here. Another lost chest. The Ethereal Garb. Defeating an enemy with a manifestation increases the damage of the next light attack and heavy attack by 50%. Okay, so that is the invisible enemy. Here's a collectible. So if I missed anything, let me know. But this is the bulk of everything that I know about during the isolation chapter. And so now I'm going to do a cut and I will meet you back so that we can rest at the shelter and finish this up. I totally missed this area before. Okay, we'll come back and investigate this, because this looks like it actually leads to like a whole section. Oh, there's a nest up here.
See these body parts? Good place to manifest what may linger nearby.
Enemies burst upon death. Oh, I like that one, actually. Elite. Alright, so I'm going to take a minute and look around here. And then we'll see what else there is to see. Okay, so I've had a look around. There is some minor loot up there and in there. There's an orb down here that we'll get. It's right here. And then down there, if you have Ensnare, which you get after... I don't remember what you get it after, like, the heroes. You can clear a vine that's here. But I went in there, and I think it's story related because the elevator's locked, and there's really like nothing else much there. But you get there through this, and Taya does a jump. But other than that, it's just like minor loot over here. So I'm gonna put another cut, and then we're gonna go rest, and we're gonna finish up this chapter. And I'll be back. Okay, we are back at the shelter, and we're gonna rest. And I cannot stress how much you should really loot that upper level before going to rescue priests, because I was hoping to take the gondola back down, and I was able to call it up there, but then they wouldn't let me interact with it. So not only did I have to run all the way back up there, I had to run all the way back. So just loot before you go do priests. Learn from my horrendous mistakes. Or you have to rest to end the chapter.
Banishers, may I have a word?
Helen, something wrong?
Apologies for disturbing your rest. I'm afraid it can't wait. What did you think of the captain?
I saw an officer alone. A proud man turned to stone, perhaps by years of war. I saw a broken man.
I did not see the tyrant you described.
Inaction is tyranny. He will not act, but nor will he get the hell out of the way.
I do not disagree, but the captain needs help.
I too was a soldier, broken and haunted. With Antea's help, I recovered. Pennington may need the same.
Leave Pennington to me. The good folk of the fort need your help. You are banishers. The dead, you'll have noticed, hammer at the gates. I would like you to go into the mines and find out what enrages them so. I would like you to do what the captain will not.
And while we deal with the hordes of angry specters, what shall you be doing?
When the mines are purged, I'll oust Pennington.
Where do we go?
There is a second tunnel into the mines. The entryway was walled shut during the quarantine. Getting there will not be easy, but the barricade should fall without too much difficulty. After that, who knows?
Underground again. Wonderful.
If it soothes you, I too am taking a significant risk. The captain has a penchant for locking people up and leaving them to rot. Some years ago in New Eden town, the captain locked up an innocent woman. A fate I wish to avoid.
Pennington the jailer. Do you speak of Deborah? What did he do?
I was away from New Eden town at the time. Rumours said she was a witch, I later heard. And so too did the captain. The court agreed. Who knows what urges drove the captain then? He is a secretive man, and always has been.
We should go.
Then it's agreed. When you're ready, you'll investigate the mines. Take the hoist to the waterfall, near the outpost you first found me. From there, it is not far to the tunnel. Keep your wits and all your luck about you.
Okay, so we got a hint for Pennington. And the part she was talking about, the area she was talking about, was the part we were at. So I guess once you reach this part, then we probably could take the gondola. So maybe ignore all my complaining. And you could just take the gondola. Okay, so that is the end of Isolation.